What's up, Soul Tribe? I'm trying to figure out where this stream of light is coming from. I'm sitting right next to a lamp, but I don't want that light right there. But, anyways, guys, I'm not gonna wait until people enter the room. If I have to upload this as a normal video, that's I don't know how to get rid of that, but I guess this light is just facing us too much. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where this light is peering from, but hopefully it's not bothering y'all too much. Um, I was on here to do my live Q&A. I would love if this was something that I can definitely do live that way. Outside of the questions that I'm going to answer that people submitted, that I can answer questions in the live news feed, I mean the live chat. So I'm gonna just go ahead and let me just give y'all a little bit of a rundown of myself and why I made this channel, just in case you guys were wondering. But yeah, anyway, I've been wanting to do this for a really long time as far as make a YouTube channel. Me and my sister a couple of years ago, we was gonna make a YouTube channel with the both of us, and it was gonna be called Tagged Tag Team with Christina Valentine. And we were going to be using both our middle names. Her middle name is Christina, my middle name is Valentine, hence my birthday. If you guys don't know, I'm an Aquarius, 35 years old. My birthday is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Um, a couple of more things about myself, if you don't know, because it's a lot of new people on here. Hey, I don't know who joined, but you definitely appreciate it, because honey, these lives be something else. But okay, what's a couple of more things? Basically, okay, as y'all can see, I don't have my normal setup because I'm somewhere else. I'm not at the place where I started this YouTube channel at, and I won't be back there because I'm moving forward in life. So okay, yeah, so let me give you guys the breakdown on why I made this channel. So a lot of people already know that you know what, the breakup is very old now. I literally just counted on my hand last night that we've been broken up for 8 months, but it was a very intense soulmate connection that ended, I don't want to say abruptly because it took about a year to close out. But it was very tumultuous at the end. A very beautiful relationship that turned very tumultuous and ended. I want to say abruptly. And the only reason why I'm saying abruptly is because I think we both kind of kept our feelings silent as far as what we were both thinking as far as moving forward or whatever. So, you know, when it was time to leave, it was kind of like the thoughts was going through both our head probably for a long, long time. And then one day I just woke up and was like, bye. But yeah, it was definitely detrimental to me. I mean, I don't know how that person felt about it, but it was detrimental to me because it was 4 years of my life, and me being 35, you know, and just getting closer and closer to being middle age, it was kind of detrimental because I put a lot into it. I feel like we both did. But it was definitely the catalyst to a spiritual awakening for myself. And through spiritual awakening, I found out a lot about myself as far as what I'm supposed to be doing with my life and the types of people that I'm supposed to be helping. And so I'm trying to figure out if the natural sunlight gonna be enough. And it is. Cause that was just too much. I can't deal with that light beaming. But you know, I found out that I was supposed to be, you know, a teacher of things that I learned. And I've been through a lot of negative situations in my life. Um, a lot of which I haven't put on this channel simply because I am writing a book. The name of my book is called Unrequited Love. I waited to tell you guys the title of my book because I needed to get it copywritten first. The title of the book copywritten because the last thing I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me or if it's Aquarius collectively, but with me, I have to be very protective of my ideas because I always have people around me that just sit around me, listen, absorb my ideas, my thoughts, and then put them out into the world with their name on it as if it was their ideas or thoughts. So I have to be careful and I'll be having to secure ideas before I put them out there. So yeah, I definitely been working on a book called Unrequited Love for a little over a year now. I've taken several pauses. That's why it's still not complete. Probably gonna take another several months because you already know things have to be edited and all that. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's gonna be telling a lot of stories and a lot of situations that helped my evolution. And even though they were very tumultuous situations, they were situations that helped me evolve. So, you guys will learn more, and that's the reason why I'm very vague on YouTube because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I want you guys to be able to purchase the book, and I guess hey, hey Enan, sorry, Enan triple X. How you doing? But basically I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so that's the reason why I don't put all of that on YouTube. Oh, you from the Philippines? Okay, cool. I'm glad you started that, Enan, because anybody else that enters the chat, go ahead and put where you're watching from, because I would really, really, really love to know where my viewers are watching from. But I'm gonna just go ahead and get started on this Q&A. Enan, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in a chat. I'm doing very well. And what time of day is it over there? Because that's really interesting. I'm glad to know you from a different country. I'm very fascinated with different countries. Anybody that's like in my personal life, like my everyday life, as far as coworkers, people that I talk to on a romantic level, which I only talk to one person on a romantic level. So I don't want people to be thinking like, oh, you she just out there. No, I'm not. I'm talking to one person on a romantic level, and they do live in a different country. And I find their country very beautiful, and I definitely want to visit it someday. So I'm sorry, host, but I can't speak English well. That's fine. I'm glad you joined. So if you do have any questions, feel free to chime in. If not, you could just listen to the questions that other people asked, and hopefully that will give you a little bit more feedback on who I am. Um, my name is Dominique Johnson. As most of you all know, I am from Detroit, Michigan. That is in the United States of America for people in different countries that might not know exactly where Detroit, Michigan is. Like I said, I'm 35 years old, an Aquarius, born in February. I have three teenage children. Nia, my oldest daughter's name is Nia. She is 16 years of age. She's a hairstylist. I have a 16-year-old a 14-year-old who was an artist, and she loves to babysit. That's her thing, and that's what she's away doing right now. And then I have a 12-year-old gamer, and he wants to be a game designer when he grows up. He is very handsome. His name is Romeo. And Romeo, he is a very sweet and kind son, and just to everybody. So I don't want to just say son, brother, friend, grandson. He's a wonderful, wonderful kid. So I'm trying to think of what other questions. So yeah, I answered one of the questions, which is where I'm from. I think Natural Addy asked that. And then how long okay, this came from Drea's Corner. How long do you think a person should wait after a breakup until they date again? Because she's tired of the dating scene as she speaks. So, what I will say to you, Drea, as far as your question goes, is that there isn't a definite time on how long you should give yourself before you get into another relationship. The answer that I have to that is when you feel like you have fully healed from that situation. A lot of the mistakes that we make as far as dating goes is we are so quick to jump into the next thing, like we use the next person to get over the last person, and that's the reason why a lot of times, excuse me, we have hiccups. I just ate breakfast, so I'm sorry about that. we have hiccups in a relationship because it wasn't started on a genuine intention. It was more of like some, I'm trying to get under somebody else to get over the last person. And although that may be beneficial to you at the time, it's like once you get yourself involved into a relationship with somebody, when you still interested with somebody else, then you will see like, okay, it wasn't such a great idea because now I hurt this person and I actually do care about this person now. But since I got into this relationship before I was ready, somebody ended up getting hurt. So I would definitely suggest that people have a full, heal themselves and invest in themselves. Like once you go through a breakup, you just need replenishment. Like sometimes, especially if your relationship was toxic, you'll notice you get out that relationship, your hair is damaged, your skin is dry and damaged because you're so stressed. And that's why people say the glow up or whatever, but in all actuality, it's just because whatever about that relationship was tumultuous. Once you break up with that person, you release that type of stress, and that's why you'll notice, like, you'll be damn near want to blame that person for like stuff you was going through, because you like, dang, my hair growing, my skin glowing, so it must have been them. But in all actuality, it was because you guys just wasn't getting along, and the stress of the arguing or the lack of sleep or you not eating properly because you so stressed out that either you're binge eating the wrong things or you're not giving your body enough nourishment. You'll notice that either you left the relationship more overweight than you came, and that was an issue for me for sure, because we both overate together for sure. And or some people, they leave like skinny and bony, and then they'll get thick in the next relationship and be like, dang, that's that happy weight or whatever. But yeah, healing is essential, and not just for yourself, because you owe yourself that time to recover and replenish yourself, but also for the next person, because that next person does not deserve to be a rebound, just as none of us do. So last night in my LS, I have a foreigner visitor, but I am speechless because I don't know how to entertain. Oh, okay. Well, um, yeah, I know it's difficult to try to entertain people from different countries, and really, people that I talk to from different countries normally know English too. So, Enan, it might be a little bit difficult for you and I to interact. As far as entertaining, I don't think that that's something you have to try to do. Just be yourself. Like, most entertainers are just naturally charismatic, so that's something that you don't have to try. You could just be yourself, and it should be entertaining enough to people. But I'm gonna move on to the next question, and that is, what type of relationship do I want? And I would say the type of relationship that I want, especially now, after evolving from my lower self, I definitely want a spiritually inclined relationship. I want somebody that is on my level. No, I don't want to say on my level spiritually, because they can exceed me, or they can be at a lower level of ascension than me. I don't care. But as long as we have some type of spiritual bond or spiritual connection, and I wouldn't say we have to believe necessarily in exactly the same things, but that definitely helps when it comes down to compatibility. So if I could choose to want that, then yeah, that is what I want. However, if I did meet somebody that I connected with on a soul level that wasn't as spiritual, then that's okay too, because I know love comes in all forms, and sometimes you can't be the exact match. You just have to love and see where it goes. So that's what I would like. I want my relationship to be healthy. I want consistency. Like, that's the number one thing that I have a problem finding when it comes down to dating, is consistency. And with me having a very short attention span, and also with me enduring a lot of different situations before I became single this last time, um my tolerance is very low. So if it feel like I have to chase you, I'm gonna just get uninterested. I'm gonna get disinterested and want to fall back because I don't feel like chasing anymore. I want things to be natural. And I should have never felt like chasing because I'm too much of a queen for that. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm not gonna, if I see a situation leading down that same road, then it's not about me being flighty. It's just about the fact that I'm no longer willing to settle, which I was doing heavily in the past. So, I want people to understand that, sometimes, because they'll be like, oh, you can't stick and stay and this and that. It's not about that. But if I see somebody that harnessed similar energy to something that didn't serve me before, then why would I continue to invest in the same shit? Let's just be honest with each other. So, what signs aren't good for us? And that was the very last question. And sorry, but nobody ended up tuning in on the live. So I won't be answering questions in a live chat like I planned on today. I was thinking this is gonna be like a 30-minute live, but it's 15 minutes and that's cool with me because I needed to upload. It's been 4 days. But um what signs I think are not good for us? I mean, it could be considered the other way around, to be honest with you. The signs that we're not compatible with, it could be that we're not good for them. It don't have to necessarily be that they're not good for us. Um, Really, I broke down the personality traits that are not compatible with us, and I think that's a little bit more accurate because it's kind of difficult to like pinpoint an actual sign, knowing that their personality traits can be manipulated depending on what else is in their chart besides just their sun sign, because that's what we also have to remember is that there are the big three, and that's your sun, your moon, and your rising. I also incorporate Venus because Venus basically highlights anything that you're passionate about, being that Venus is the planet of passion or things that you're passionate about. So, I would just say that more or less it's personality traits that we are not compatible with, not necessarily signs, because um yeah, just because I know a lot of Aquarius that have, I made a Aquarius and Taurus video like maybe a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago. Sorry y'all. But I made a video about it and I was talking about how we uncompatible, but I was thinking that that wasn't fair because you know what? It's probably a lot of Aquarius, Taurus couples that have actually lasted a long time because maybe that Taurus had Libra in their chart or whatever the case. Actually, my last Taurus had double Libra in their chart, Libra moon, Libra rising. So maybe that's why we got along to the extent that we did and loved each other as deeply as we did. But the things that made us uncompatible was a little bit too overbearing for the connection to continue. But yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes things leave off on a bad note, or it doesn't. Like maybe sometimes you just come to the realization like, okay, this ain't gonna work out. And both parties be a little bit bitter just because they know they invested. And not only just that, but a lot of times you mad at people when y'all break up simply because you already know you about to have to see them with somebody else. And that's not a good feeling. And that's on either end. It doesn't matter whether you the man or the woman. Like the woman don't, the woman don't like to see that, neither do the man. So, but once you get past the initial thought of whatever, and you start to really think about it, like, okay, is it worth being upset with them? Because at the end of the day, we had some awesome times and this and that. You start to think about it and you like, okay, it's not that deep. I wish them the best. They was good to me while I lasted. Only reason why stuff went bad is because stuff went bad. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's just start treating you bad out the blue. It's because the relationship is not going in the proper direction. And both parties get frustrated for that because a lot of investment is made. So, Drea, I'm sorry that that was kind of indirect, but at the same time, I want to be fair and I also don't want to discourage couples that are like, like you feel like Cancer is also not a good sign for us. It's kind of funny because I'm a Aquarius sun and the Cancer moon and a Scorpio rising. If you guys who do want to know my big three, um, Other than that, y'all need to know because I ain't about to have y'all digging all in my chart trying to find out what's what's my weaknesses and shit. But yeah, I definitely feel like it's more or less the personality traits, and you guys can refer back to 5 types of people that Aquarius stay away from, or I could just give y'all the rundown. Well, basically, we don't like clinginess, we don't like copycats, we don't like people that feel like they can buy us, we don't like controllingness. And I don't know, it's just like a lot of, like I said, a lot of stuff just really depends. Me as an Aquarius, I don't like the control. I love being in a committed, stable relationship. Dina, hey Dina. Hey, thank you. I'll say to you as well, goddess, and thank you for stopping by. And I was just wrapping up the video just saying on a last note, yeah, I don't think it's any signs that are just the worst for us, even though Taurus is, like I said in the last video, and I messed it up. And that's one thing about it. I'm not good at editing yet, but I said the worst sign in the zodiac when I meant was the worst match in the zodiac. So, yeah, we are pegged as that. Like literally the horoscopes will say that if you look up compatibility between Aquarius and Taurus is that we are the worst match in the zodiac. And it's sad. I mean, I feel like it's a couple of signs that I don't get along with. I don't really get along with Leos. As I stated before, I feel like Leos are a little bit too entitled, very self-centered. And I have a perfect example because we were just at work Friday and my supervisor walked in with pink hair. And like I told y'all, I love people that got their own style, right? So I was ranting and raving because I love giving compliments. So I'm like, oh my God, hey Mama Sita, I see you with the with the pink hair or whatever. And um my other coworker that is Leo, and I do get along with her, but I saw her Leo come out Friday when I was complimenting my supervisor. She has been her what happened? Oh yeah, she stretched her playing frisbee with her dog. She fell and she limping every day. So here come Friday and I'm complimenting my supervisor's hair and she gets up and start, "Hey guys, uh I can walk on both my legs now. I'm not limping anymore." And this was right in the middle. Like she literally cut me off from complimenting one person so that the attention can be reverted back to her since she been getting all the attention about her leg all week. And I had to write a note to my other coworker like, "Lee, yo, I couldn't believe it because the other the person I wrote the note to was like, "Oh yeah, Jennifer, like enough about." I'm sorry I'm saying her name, but anyway, the Leo was like enough of the Gemini's hair. Like, oh, I don't want to hear about it. More importantly, I'm walking on both my legs now. And I just had to say that's a Leo for you because they can't stand the attention being on nobody else but themselves. And I know people gonna disagree. And natural Addie, you probably gonna kill me because I know your mama is a Leo, but my mama is a Leo too. And honey, when I say that's my opposite sign. So yeah, some people they can take that self-centeredness and not it don't matter to them. But with us, we just be looking like, girl, stop it. Let this person get some attention for a change. We've been doting on you and hoping that you get well all week, Monday through Thursday. Somebody came in with pink hair. If we want to give her a 5 minute compliment, let the attention be on her for 5 minutes because it already been on you for 5 days. But that was just a perfect example. And that's just what I mean by, it might not be all the time persistent, but I will notice that. If somebody get flowers to the office, she'll have a funny look on her face because it's not her. And I pick that stuff up because I'm looking at people's signs and I'm observing them like, oh, let me see if I'm going to see this come out or whatever. So I have seen her Leo come out, and my new friend, you're my new friend in my head. Yes, hold on. Dang, I wasn't ready for that to go away because that went too quick. Hold on. It says, yeah. Oh, your best friend is a Leo. Girl, I'm so sorry I'm talking about Leos, but I don't get along with them. I mean, I do. I get along with my coworker, but that's a quality I don't like. They got a lot of qualities I don't like, put it like that. But because I'm all about sharing the love. Like I told you guys, I get a lot of attention. It's not about my looks. It's how I am. Like when I'm at work, I'm really happy. I compliment everybody. When I speak to you, it ain't never dry cuz I want people to, I want people vibration to be high, so I try to transfer that energy to people. And when I speak, it's like, hey, good morning, girl, you look so cute today. That's how I greet people. So, and when people like, oh girl, you so cute, you so stylish, I don't want the attention on me all the time. Like, I do it because that's what I like. I like fashionable things and stuff like that. But I don't do it for the attention. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, especially if I know it's somebody that's not getting much attention, I will stop that. Like, no, enough about me. Let me talk about you for a second. Let me tell you how great and magnificent you are, because everybody needs to hear that. You never know. Like, some people have overabundance of attention, and then others have none at all. So I that's just what I mean when I say I don't get along with Leo, because they don't let the spotlight be on nobody else. If it's not on them, they will get jealous. They'll even try to throw a monkey wrench in your shit. And how I know that is because that's what my mother always does to me. And I hate that. And I mean, right now we don't have a relationship because of that. So, and I'm not gonna dig too deep into that because I got a whole series coming about our relationship and stuff like that. And a lot of people not gonna like that because they like, I shouldn't talk about it. But at the end of the day, guess what? I made this channel to raise awareness against certain things, you know what I'm saying? And things that brought me down in my life to the point where I didn't have no choice but to have divine intervention and spiritually awaken so that I can heal myself. Because if I didn't heal myself, I probably would have killed myself. And so it's very important. Like, why people just like, oh, they all about exposure. It's not about exposure. It's about raising awareness and helping those that need help. Because people that's implementing pain on other people, they might need some help. But the people that's I don't want to say the victims, because I don't peg myself as a victim. I peg myself as a survivor of my situation, but they get very little guidance in the situation. It's time to stop sympathizing for people that do wrong, because at the end of the day, the person that's raising awareness is not exposing them. That person exposed themselves. If you don't want the world to know about your bad behavior, then don't do it. Nobody painted a picture of you. You painted that picture of yourself, and the other person just put it on a showcase. Like, look, this is what this picture really is, guys. So wake up. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to do. And I got family members like, oh, just leave it alone, leave it behind you. It is behind me. That's why I'm able to talk about it. When I was in the thick of the pain that was caused by me and my mother's relationship, I couldn't talk about that shit. Half of the people in my life don't even know what went on in my childhood, adolescence, and even up until this day, because I don't talk about it. But at the end of the day, now that I'm healed and I made it past that, if I can erase years, if not erase, but if I can prevent years of pain from somebody's life by raising awareness about narcissism, then I am. And that's just the bottom line. And people can view that as, oh, you wishing negativity, you talking bad about somebody. But at the end of the day, what about the people that need the help getting out the situation? If they don't have a support system, they can spend years thinking that they can change a person that cannot change, because it is a mental, it's like, it's a cognitive it's a cognitive thought process that they don't think needs to change. They just think everybody else around them needs to conform to their narcissism. So that's getting a little bit off topic. We will have a conversation about that. It probably won't be alive, or it depends on if you guys want that to be alive or not, so that we can actually communicate back and forth with each other. But if you guys would rather me just post a pre-recorded video about that, then I will also do that as well. I'm gonna close this up like I always do by telling you all, be well, my loves, and I will see you in the next video.